The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before. To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome to the locker room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Appion. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the locker room and Voice of the People Television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not 20 minutes off, please the sport.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeats, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
Hey guys, what's up? How you all doing? They call me Ovisha Nelson One, your number one celebrity host, and you are watching Voice of the People Television, VOP. Stay tuned.
Uyi Osarate is my name. I am a friend of the microphone, Voice of the People TV. That name is unique, and the brand is very sweet. I like the packaging, picture qualities, camera qualities, and then of course, the quality of human beings that I see sometimes on your channel. I talk and get paid, and I look forward to being in your studios.
Oh yes, you are on to Voice of the People TV, live here in Benin City, the cradle of black civilization. What are you waiting for? Tune in, bro.
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Hello, Nigeria. It's the last day of the year, and I want to say a big thank you for sticking with us all through the year. And of course, a warm welcome to you. Another exciting episode of the Issues and Voice of the People Television. And we bring you the most important and pressing issues shaping our nation today. I am your host, Nenna Ndomdioto, and I know I'm excited to see the last day of the year, and I'm sure you are also excited to see the last day of the year, and I hope that by God's grace we'll see the new year. On today's episode of The Issues, we're examining the complexities of Nigeria's politics and governance. From Tinubu declaring no going back on January 1 tax laws implementation, to Peter Obi, Southeast leaders declaring for ADC. Also, Kwankwaso warns against defections from NNPP. Join us as we break down the facts and provide context to help you stay informed. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll dig deeper into these topics. Don't go away. Glad to have you back. Let's dive straight into today's discussion. President Bola Tinubu says there's no going back on the January 1st commencement date for the new tax laws, stressing that the reforms are critical to strengthening government revenue and stabilizing the economy. In a statement he personally signed, Tinubu said the reforms represent a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build a fair, competitive, and robust fiscal foundation for the country. The president's stance comes amid growing opposition. The National Association of Nigerian Students says it is mobilizing nationwide protest, faulting what it describes as conflicting explanations by the Federal Inland Revenue Service on the scope and impact of the new laws. NAN stated that the insistence on the implementation of the tax laws, despite the calls for suspension from different quarters, is an insult to Nigerians and an outright disregard. In a related development, commercial banks will begin deducting a 50 naira stamp duty on electronic transfers above 10,000 naira from January 1st, in line with the new tax framework. This is following the commencement of provisions of the newly enacted Tax Act. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by a guest. Here in the studio, we have Dr. Peter Anosike. Dr. Anosike is a philosopher, development economist, and best-selling author. He's also an erudite commentator on economy, finance, politics, and power. He's also the author of the most talked about book titled Abuse of Power: How Democracy Turned into Tyranny of the Few. Glad to have you join us. It's the last day of the year, and I'm sure you're excited to
surviving in Nigeria is not easy. So, and some countries are already in the new year.
Yes.
So, well, that's I'm happy to see the end of the year, and in 2026, I feel it's going to be a better year.
Amen. Coming from Dr. Anosike, and of course, that's everyone's prayer that 2026 would be a better year for us all, and even for us as a country. Let's start. The president is saying no going back on January 1. We talked about this tax reform some days ago, and I was saying what I read was the chairman of the of the reform committee, or the tax reform committee,
Taiwo
Oyedele, was saying that there's no going back. And he kept insisting that who is he? And now the president has come out too. And I was asking that what if he was saying this with the backing of the president? And now the president has allayed our fears, and now he's saying no going back on January 1. What does this signal for us?
Well, that shows the desperation of the president, because on security, Donald Trump is on his head. On economy, IMF is on his head, because there's a pressure from IMF. Understand? That's that the money is borrowed from them. At least government should start paying back what is accrued on it, not even the principal. Understand? And Tinubu has not grown the economy. So the only way he knows that he can raise money is through taxes. That is the reason for this. Desperation. This no going back. And that's why he had to personally sign the statement. That to show how important it is. But the issue is this. Government is about the people. Power belongs to the people. When the people say no, because you are holding power in trust for them, you should listen to them. But at times, when somebody is under pressure, he will not want to to understand. So let us see. In Nigeria, New Year is just a few hours away. So let us see how it will be.
You know, when you mentioned power is for the people, you just aligned with what NANS said in their statement. And, you know, they said that you cannot, people who you voted, we as these authorities are federal, these are the federal government, the state government and all. And in this case, we're talking about the federal government. We're voted in by the people. And then these same people, these same people that you vote, that voted you in, are actually saying that this should be put on hold for now. And you're not hearing their cries. You're not even listening. And one of the things, again, that Nance talked about, that according to them is one of the reasons they are calling for suspension, aside from, of course, what everybody knows, which is the alterations that we've been talking about. But Nance is also saying that the public does not know so much about it, that I'm actually paraphrasing this now, that there's no, the public knowledge on this tax, public enlightenment is kind of very, very poor. And how do allegations of this poor public enlightenment weaken legitimacy of tax reform laws, even if the laws might seem very good?
One, we have a National Orientation Agency, which is deliberate, which should have been, which is in the best position to enlighten Nigerians on most of government policies. But this agency is deliberately not being funded so that they will not be doing their job. So what we now hear is misinformation and disinformation from government. And I can tell you that over 80% of Nigerians don't understand what this tax reform is. Understand? Over 80% of Nigerians don't understand what this tax reform is. They don't even know whether it will be coming from their salary or from their profits or from their capital. So there's no sensitization, there's no enlightenment, there's not even enough consultation. So this is just a kind of they bamboozled of the country. Understand? Just propaganda here and there. It will do this, it will do that. Go and do vox pop outside. Ask Nigerians, what is this new tax reform is? Over 80% don't know what it is. And they are the ones that are going to pay it. So when everybody will be happy, rejoicing that he has seen a new year, that's our purchasing power that is going to be reduced drastically. Our purchasing power is going to be reduced drastically. Most Nigerians are going to pay for what they don't even know how it come about. Because this money being borrowed doesn't translate to development, doesn't translate to infrastructure. It's being shared among the political elites. So, for those who is dependent on government, it's going to be a very difficult year for them.
Well, okay, for the tax reform law, the president has actually said that these laws are for the good of the people, and I've heard Taiwo Yedele talk about that so many times. What do you think? Are there benefits to these tax reform laws?
I say there's enough sensitization wasn't done, enough consultation wasn't done, enough enlightenment was not done. Understand? Again, coupled with the controversies of forged, gazetted reform. So everybody is afraid. Everybody is afraid. So Nigerians are not happy that they are going to enter into a new year without knowing what government has in mind for them. Even saying that the tax reform is going to be of benefit to us. We were told that removal of subsidy will be of benefit to us. What have we benefited from the removal of subsidy?
So are you saying that just like the removal of subsidy, which Nigerians would say it has not been of benefit to Nigerians,
This
are
one
you
is
saying that
going the
this would
same
also
way.
be
It
would
will,
also
it
go
will
the same
even
way?
be worse.
But I'm sure, Dr. Peter, that you have actually, I know that you have read these tax reform laws. And as an economist, how for Nigerians who are very blank on what these laws are all about, how can you enlighten them a bit?
One, actually, you know, it wasn't what was passed into law that was gazetted, understand? But what we read when it was going on in the National Assembly, it was a good one, understand? Because many Nigerians, many low-income earners are to be exempted from from paying taxes, which is a good one. Understand? And again, over the years, the goose that is laying the golden egg is not the one that is eating it. Understand? So that was changed in this one. An instance, the more you are producing, the more you are getting something that's from it. Understand me? So now those states that are producing something, they will also be getting money from our revenue from their production. That's unlike the North will tell you that they don't take alcohol, but they benefit from VAT from alcohol. That one it will stop. Understand? It is going that to stop. Those who are generating wealth will be benefiting from their wealth more than those that are not benefiting. So this is one of the reasons that the North is not happy about it.
But for the low-income earners you talked about, can you still throw more light on that? The low-income earners who actually are in that category of low-income earners.
Mostly the junior civil servants. Understand? Mostly the junior civil servants, and there are businesses that fall under SMEs. Those are also exempted from this tax thing. So ordinarily, it's a people-oriented tax reform. It is a competition-oriented tax reform. But Nigerians should have been sensitized enough.
Okay, while the president was talking about the fact that the implementation would actually occur tomorrow, that's January 1st, there was no talk about this alteration. So should implementation actually proceed when students, labor groups, and even lawmakers have questioned the integrity of the gazetted laws?
That's the thing. When people are paying, they will not be happy and paying it because of the controversies around it. So I feel that it ought to have been postponed maybe to June, so that these controversies will be settled and Nigerians will be educated more. Understand? Because as it is, apart from those who went through the documents, average Nigerian does not know how, understand, it is going to benefit him. And now this 50 naira
Stamp duty.
Stamp duty. It is also not going to be for everybody.
Okay.
Understand? But the enactment is not enough on the part of government. So now, whatever money that is taken from your account, you say that
Stamp duty.
understand me? So for me, they should have enlightened that's educated the Nigerian more. And this is what the National Orientation Agency is supposed to be doing, but they are not being funded, which is deliberate.
Okay, my next question to you was actually going to be on the 50 naira stamp duty, and which you had actually, mentioned a bit about it. But while you were even talking, you said it's not for everybody. So if it's not for everybody, who is it for? Because when I read that 50 naira stamp duty, I was already calculating in my head, like, okay, so if I have how much in my account, they will take away this amount. And I was already trying to, like, get, all of those things. And that's what Nigerians will be thinking of as well.
But there are also, there's there are also ways that Nigerians can evade all these things.
Please tell us. We want to know.
No, I shouldn't say it on the air.
You say you can't say it on air.
No,
okay.
No. Government will say that I am working against them.
Working against them. Hey, I'll come and meet you in camera, please. Because I need to know how to evade this. Because I wonder how, all of this. Because before you know it, most of this money would accumulate into so much when you have a lot in your account. But, okay, like, what is the impact? So you're saying that does it mean that low-income earners and SMEs will not be impacted, will not be affected in any way by this 50 naira stamp duty?
No, they told you depending on that when you make transactions above
10,000 naira, yes.
So if you keep it at 9,500, what happens?
Okay.
You can make 10 transactions, 9,500, 9,500.
Okay. Okay, so how dangerous is it for fiscal reforms? We've heard it, that these reforms are for our good and all of that. But how dangerous is it for it to now begin under a cloud of suspicion like we have it now?
So that is why it is not good, understand me? If Nigerians are well educated enough, understand? Even we have state house of assembly people, understand? We have a house of reps, understand? So these are the people that are in the assembly representing other people. If they are even been given just a month, go to your constituency and educate your people on this. Let them understand it. Go to your constituency and educate your people on this, understand? Even if they can enlighten the traditional rulers, understand? Let them explain the advantages and disadvantages of this tax. But they are not doing it because, one, they know that people's vote does not necessarily matter. So whether people are happy or not happy, they have INEC, they have the judiciary in their pocket, so they can win. That's why when over 70% of Nigerians are saying suspend this, Tinubu is saying it must take effect, which means he's not considering the voters.
Okay, let's move on to our next conversation for tonight. Nigeria's political realignment ahead of 2027 continue, with former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and other Southeast leaders formally declaring for a new political platform. Peter Obi, alongside several Southeast political leaders, has declared support for the African Democratic Congress at a gathering in Enugu. Experts say the move signals a major shift in the region's political alignment and adds momentum to the ADC's bid to position itself as a viable alternative ahead of the 2027 general elections. However, Abia State Governor Alex Oti says while Obi has informed him of plans to leave the Labour Party, he has chosen not to follow the move. Governor Oti stressed that political decisions remain personal and said he would rather remain in the Labour Party and continue the fight to rescue the party. Dr. Anosike, I know you already had an inkling that this was going to happen, and you even said
on Saturday that I said it.
Yes, you said yes. I said you said it.
He's not going to
declare alone.
Yes.
I know when I saw this, I was like, Dr. Anosike, he knows a lot. But What does this portend for Nigeria's politics?
Well, the importance of a strong opposition is not only to take over government, understand, but to be able to put the government in power on its toes, understand. Anywhere there's a strong opposition, the government in power try to do the right thing. They try to please other people. They try to prioritize the welfare of the people because they know that if they don't do it, there's a strong opposition waiting to take over from them. So to me, that is one of the importance of having a strong opposition. Understand? That is to put the government in power on its tools. So then one of the beauties of democracy is choice. Understand that you can choose between 2 or 3 political associations, but when we have just one, that is like maybe Enyimba going to meet Real Madrid or Barcelona. Understand? And it's going to be a one-sided football match. So opposition brings competition. And when there's competition, the government in power will try to be at its best. Because when there's an alternative. So these are the importance of having a strong opposition. But when the government in power is failing, then it is the responsibility of the opposition that to come in and provide an alternative.
Okay, is ADC becoming a genuine platform or simply a coalition shelter for displaced politicians?
I don't know what you mean by displaced politicians. In 1999, Tinubu came on board under AD, African Alliance. Understand? From AD, he got AC, Action Congress. He came through AD in 1999, from AD to AC, from AC to ACN. Understand? From ACN to APC. So there's no politician that had remained in one political party since 1999. Understand me? So talking about displaced politicians, this is the propaganda of the APC. How many of them were not in PDP or in AMPP? So what we want is a vibrant opposition so that when the government in power falters, the opposition will take over and give us a new direction.
But do you see ADC being that vibrant opposition that you say Nigeria needs?
I've already seen it. Understand me? I've already seen it. And I want to assure you that APC is in a panic mood as we speak. I like research and not understand. That's I like research and not. Check the time that people will be declared, and when Daniel Bawanda issued his statement, that shows you that Bawanda was watching what was happening in Enugu. Understand me? That shows that he left what he was doing and was watching what was happening in Enugu. Understand? If it's just a jamboree, he would not have been interested. So it's a good day for Nigeria. The year is ending well for the Nigerian masses. Understand? The year is ending well for Nigerian masses with Peter Obi's official declaration for ADC.
One of the things the former Anambra State Governor, that's Peter Obi, actually said during his speech, he actually vowed that the opposition will resist any attempts for the elections, to rig the 2027 elections. And then, of course, he went ahead to warn INEC to strictly follow the rules and regulations. But, is this how easy? This could just be talk. How easy is it for the opposition to actually resist rigging?
One, you cannot rig where you are not popular. That's what many people don't know. If you want to rig an election where you are unpopular, they will burn you to death. I belong to an election monitoring body, understand? So, and there's no part of the country that I have not monitored the election. Understand? So, for you to rig an election, you must be popular in that constituency. I have gone to many polling booths. You see that all the party agents belong to one party, but when observers are coming, they will tell themselves, say you are in PDP. This one say you are in APC. You say that you are in NNPP, but all of them belong to one party. So they can do anything. Understand me? Because whoever they decide that they will win. But for that to be possible, you have to be popular in that area. If not, it will not happen. So, and again, what affected the P2B in 2023 is that he didn't have that's the polling agents in most of the polling units in the country. And you cannot challenge any result of a polling booth that you don't have any agents there. Because your agents have that to sign it's called a Form EC8, where the result is being entered. Any polling booth where your agent did not sign Form EC8, you cannot you cannot fight for a redress there because nobody represented you. But with in ADC, where we have powerful people in the north and in the south, understand, it will be possible that for them to at least spread to the nooks and crannies of the country.
So if you say that, so what was the difference? Why was it that during the 2023 elections, Labour Party didn't have this, and then now ADC? So what's the difference between ADC and Labour Party in that sense?
One, Labour Party was just, it was a poor party, understand? It was a very poor party. It was a dead party. Then P2B resurrected it. And the P2B had to fund it. Understand me? P2B has to, you cannot mention any prominent Nigerian in Labour Party. But in ADC, there are many billionaires. So money is not going to be a problem. Understand? Because monitoring the election is expensive. Protecting votes is expensive.
Okay, let's move on.
It can even be arranged. Let article provide the take care of the logistics in the north. Why Obi takes the care of the logistics that's in the south? Why
do you call these two people? These two people that we are thinking, because Nigerians actually don't know which of them will be on the ballot. So why are you mentioning?
We shouldn't know.
Because Peter Obi has said that he's not going to be the vice president and the vice presidential candidate.
Because nobody contests for vice presidential candidates. Understand me? Nobody. If you declare for ADC now, if you cannot say I'm going to contest for the vice presidential candidate, you are going for the presidency. Understand? It's when you fail to get it, you now think of the next step or what else to do.
Do you think that if Obi fails to get the presidential ticket, do you think he might now decide to become a vice president for someone?
for me, most important thing is the good of Nigeria, not the good of an individual.
But some persons have actually said that vice presidents are just they're just symbolic. They actually don't do anything. But for someone like Obi with his caliber, do you think he would actually want to...
When Atiku was vice president, it wasn't symbolic. When Atiku Abubakar was the vice president, it wasn't symbolic. Understand me? And I say if Peter Obi becomes vice president, it wouldn't be symbolic. Understand? Because everybody knows his antecedents. Understand? You cannot make that Peter Obi is a man of value, and you cannot drop somebody of value cannot say remember me. Understand me? Somebody who has value cannot say remember me. So Peter Obi has value and will be active wherever he is.
Some persons have actually said that Atiku and Obi cannot work together, as
Why?
in like being a president and a vice president.
Because of what?
They are different, like you mentioned, values. Values don't align. What do you think?
Number one value is the good of Nigeria. Number one value is we need to take this country back from where APC has put it. That's number one value. Number one interest is the interest of Nigeria. So once they put the interest of Nigeria first, there will be no problem. Understand? In 2027, Atiku will be 80. Understand? So what else is he looking for? So for him, being a president is just like some of my colleagues have become president. And not that those who are president are feeling better than him, or that there are things that they are using that he cannot afford. Understand?
Okay, one of the things I read while I was reading the story is that Governor Oti has actually, he said that he was in the know that Peter Obi was going to defect to ADC, but he's not following Peter Obi. What do you make of this?
Well, he also told you that political decisions are personal. Understand? So Peter Obi made his decision to officially join the coalition. Alex Oti made his own decision to remain put in Labour Party. So it is a decision. It doesn't make them enemies. And tomorrow, Labour Party may want to become part of the coalition. Understand me? Tomorrow, Labour Party he's staying back. Maybe let me convince these people. Let us be part of this coalition.
But do you see Alex Oti defecting at any point?
I'm not an Alex Oti. I'm not an Alex Oti.
As in with what is happening in the political space, with what you know about politicians, I know you are not Alex Oti, but do you think that Alex Oti could decide one day to leave Labour Party and move to another party?
They say never. In politics, anything can happen. So, but Alex Oti is doing well as a governor, and anywhere he goes, he will be accepted.
So, do you think him being in the Labour Party, do you think he would still retain that seat?
That's as a governor.
Yes.
If an election holds today in Abia, Alex Oti will score 100 over 100. If an election holds today, even if he runs as an independent candidate, he will still beat whoever.
You know, I saw a story yesterday. I'm going to digress a bit. I saw a story yesterday and I laughed. And immediately I saw that story, I thought of you. And the story was Benjamin Kalu was saying that, I can't remember the exact way he said it, but what I read was that if he decides to contest for the election, that he would win over Alex Oti. And immediately I read that, I thought of you, because I know that you're not I think I know where your thoughts would be in this regard. So what do you make of that statement?
Well, that's you can also say the same thing. If I Nana decided to contest, I'll be at the truth. So that is a free word. Everybody is entitled.
But do you think I'm cutting you, but do you think Abians would really want to choose Alex Oti over Benjamin?
Who is Benjamin?
Our last conversation for tonight. Tensions continue to rise within the new Nigeria People's Party as its presidential flag bearer, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, issues a stern warning to members amid defection rumors. Rabiu Kwankwaso has warned that betrayal never pays, cautioning NNPP members against defecting to rival parties ahead of the 2027 elections. The warning follows reports that he summoned the Speaker of the Kano State House of Assembly and other party figures over allegations that Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf was planning to defect to the ruling party. Although the Kano State government has denied any defection plans, the disagreement has triggered a full-blown crisis within the new Nigeria People's Party, exposing deep divisions over loyalty and leadership control. What do you make of this rift between Rabiu Kwankwaso and his mentee or his protege in politics, if I can use that word?
For me, it serves him right. It serves Kwankwaso right. He said that betraying doesn't pay. Understand? So, and he has been betraying. Kwankwaso has been betraying. Understand? What he did in 2015 that gave APC 2 million votes. It's a betrayal on PDP. He became everything that's in PDP, understand? Minister of Defense, governor, 2 times governor and everything, understand? And it is because of him that Tinubu won in 2023. If Kwankwaso has joined Atiku in 2023, understand? Atiku would have won. If Kwankwaso has teamed up with P2B in 2023, P2B would have won. Because one, Jigawa State was carved out of the old Kano State. Or they are still maintaining their old one state thing. So Kwankwaso here is also popular in Jigawa State. So if he has teamed up with Atiku, understand, they will have won both Kanu and Jigawa. Even if you add that is 1 million and into Atiku's 6.8, they will have surpassed Tinubu. So it is him that caused what is happening now, and I'm happy that it is now affecting him, because he is confused now. He doesn't know where fire is burning under his feet. He doesn't know whether that to remain under NNPP, go to APC, or go to ADC. Understand? So when they said that Kwankwaso want to defect to APC, the first question I asked, what is he going to do in APC? Because the bomb in Sokoto on Christmas Day killed the Muslim ticket. So what is he going to do in APC? Is it to become a minister or to become an ambassador? So that's why he is confused. That's why he is confused. But it shouldn't, for me, it shouldn't hold anybody to ransom. Understand? P2B has left LP and moved over to ADC. And then so Oti said that he would not go. That's that P2B did not begin to make did not begin to issue any order. Because we know that if not because of P2B, and Soti wouldn't have won. Understand? It is the Obi wave that brought Anek Soti to power in 2023. But still, P2B allowed him to make his own decision.
So are you saying, in other words, that Kwankwaso should allow his the Kano State governor to do what
Yusuf is an adult, and that he should know what is good for him. But from what Banda Mohammed said today, that the ruling party is using the EFCC to threaten him that to join APC. We have now
threatening the Kano governor.
No.
Kwankwaso.
Banda Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi.
Okay.
Say that.
Okay, Bala Mohammed. Okay.
Yes, say that APC is using EFCC to threaten him, to force him to join APC. That also would expose why the other governors have been joining APC, which means it's not voluntary.
You know, I was listening to something today. I was listening to a televised interview, and this same statement came up. The persons who were there was no evidence of any of this happening.
But Bana Mohammed, who is
there's no evidence of any of this happening.
But Bana Mohammed, who is a serving governor, has said it. Bana Mohammed, who is a serving governor, has said it. And Felix Moka has no integrity. Felix Moka has no integrity anywhere. Understand? So this is the first job that he is holding that has brought him up. He was just running one mushroom NGO. Understand? Before they made him the National Publicity Secretary. So he has no integrity.
Okay, let's have your final thought on the issues we've discussed tonight.
For me, that's for P2B joining ADC. A new Nigeria has become possible. A new Nigeria has become possible. So it's now there for Nigerians. One, there's now a direction. Before, people were asking where is P2B, where is P2B. They have now seen where P2B is. Understand? So they should now try to queue behind him. Understand? So a new Nigeria has become possible with officially declaring for ADC. That's my take.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Anosike, for being with us. And of course, we're going to see you next year for the other episode, the more exciting episodes of the issues.
No problem.
That's all we have for today's episode of The Issues Explored, the challenges facing Nigeria's politics and electoral governance. Thank you so much for being a part of us all through the year. And of course, don't forget to tune in next time for more in-depth analysis and discussion. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the latest news and insight. Until next time, stay informed. I am Nnenna Ndamdioto. This has been The Issues on Voice of the People Television, where the future faces forward. Please don't forget to stay tuned for Hashtag with Vivian and Ike Chuku by 8 p.m. Don't go away.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOPTV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOPTV, Voice of the People Television.
My name is Esther. They call me the Oga of them are the general overseer of them all. Every man, every woman has got a voice where integrity is the volume. So this is Voice of the People's TV. Voice of the People's TV. So this is the people's voice. And the people's voice is the voice of God. That's the voice populi in Latin. The people's voice is the voice of God. So keep watching Voice of the People. In fact, my name is Voice of the People. Keep watching MC Ado Pikin.
Hi guys, my name is Kagan. I am Nigeria's biggest tech content creator, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Voice of the People TV. Keep watching, enjoy, and you're welcome.
My name is MC Alamano. They say they call me Enjoyment Landlord. It's VOP TV. Keep watching VOP TV. Don't touch it down. Even if you want to touch it down, increase the volume. If you don't increase the volume, I told me.
My name is Collins Agawabe, popularly known as No My Day, but last, more than No My Day. Or more. Not be also the cook right at the fry plantain. We keep on watching VOP TV. Hey, the voice of the people, the voice of Edo. If you now want to get the authentic news for Edo, the way it be, that's why they show and all they cut anything come on. At VOP TV.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us. In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise and scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react, understand. Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I. From social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more. Tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejimo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, I'm looking for good entertainment. You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us. And you deserve to be killed. Scrap chat. Don't be killed, but watch it. Or I'll find you. And I want you.
And you are locked on VOP TV. Don't go nowhere. This is where the juice is. This is where all you need for entertainment, politics, movies, and whatnot.
And keep watching VOP TV.
So keep it locked because I'm locked already, man. And it's money back guarantee. So you're going to have a good time because I do.
And please keep watching VOP TV.
I won't want you actually. I beg you. Subscribe. Watch it. If not, whatever you see.
You better not touch that die because VOP is the plot.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz,